Joining us now on the Marr Army Rock Show, very excited to have Steve Blaze, the guitarist from Lillian Axe, back on the show. Steve, welcome to the show.
Hey, K-Rock, it's been a while. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man, and I'm very excited about a show you got coming up. It's one of the reasons I wanted to have you back on the show, and I'll tell people about it. It's January 17th. That's less than a week away. Fishhead Cantina in Baltimore, Maryland. We'll be there with some other great bands. So, man, I guess you're looking forward to getting back out on the road again, huh?
Yeah, you know, I had shoulder surgery 3 months ago, so, you know, things went a little bit quiet for us. You know, we did a few shows here and there and some other music projects that I'm involved in to try to kind of ease my way back into it. But I've been doing physical therapy for 6 weeks, and this will be my first, run at several dates in a row. So I'm really looking forward. Plus, we have a special place in our hearts for Baltimore and that whole area up there. We did 2 of our records there. And so we've got a lot of friends up there, and we're looking forward to getting up there.
You guys are definitely popular up in that region, man. And, hey, so the other day, my partner, Ms. Marr, ran in here and said, you got to watch this video. And it was a video for Bow Your Head that you guys did, which is a beautiful tune. Can you tell folks a little bit about that video I'm talking about?
Sure. I wrote a song called Bow Your Head for the last album, for Days Before Tomorrow, last studio record, I should say. And it was written about a boy named Trip Roth who lived about 45 minutes from me down here in Louisiana. And I heard about his story. He was born with a rare skin disease that took his life just shy of his 3rd birthday. And I can't really pronounce it without it being in front of me, but it's EB is what it's known as, and it's a very rare disease that the poor child, I mean, he would just break out in sores and welts everywhere all over his body until it just basically consumed him. And the story reached national news, and he got a lot of press all over the country for not only was it such a rare situation, but the way that his family handled it. And there were rallies for him and a lot of public awareness about this child. And he kind of was the poster child for this disease. And I wrote the song. Unfortunately, the album came out. He passed away before the album came out. So when we did our live One Night in the Temple, we invited his family to come to the show and be special guests. They actually sat on a couch right on the side of the stage, and we talked about the song. It's very emotional because my son, who's 5 now, is about the same age as Trip would be. And, it was just not only for this one little boy, but to watch how his family handled going through him with this disease, and it became kind of, like I said, the poster child for all sick children. I have a very, very soft spot in my heart for kids, and anytime I see anything like that, it just breaks me up, mainly because I have a young child. And so when we did the One Night in the Temple live thing, we wanted to do a video, showing, celebrating this little boy's life. And so we got together with Trip's mom, and she sent us pictures and videos of him throughout his short life, and we put this video together for him. And it's you can see it on YouTube and on our websites and whatnot. And it's a beautiful video, man. I mean, if you can watch this and not get choked up or shed a tear, then you're something's not right there because it is. I still choke up every time I see it. But so that's what it's about. But people can go and take a look at that. Like I said, on YouTube is probably the best place to look. It's called Bow Your Head.
Yeah, and it's a very special tune. I'm actually going to play the tune on the show tonight. So talk about One Night at the Temple, which is where you played that. Now, my understanding is that was fan shows and songs that you decided on for that album. What made you go that direction?
Well, what we did was we picked, since One Night in the Temple is not only a DVD of the show and a documentary, so to speak, of the show and the preparation for the show and whatnot, it is a 2-CD offering, so to speak, of the show. So we did 20 songs in the show. So you get 2 CDs, 2 CDs with the whole show, all acoustic, stuff from our first album all the way through the present, and the DVD of the show, which is turned into a documentary. In between the songs, there's backstage footage, interviews, and whatnot. It's about a 2.5-hour long documentary, and it's really nice. And the CD is the show itself. And so you get 2 CDs and a DVD and really amazing packaging. It's like a digipack and nice booklet and everything. And we just, it was one of those things that we felt we needed to do. And we spent a lot of time preparing for it. And it came out, actually better than we really anticipated. When you put those kind of things together, there are so many small, tiny details that can just go wrong in just a flick of a switch. And we were blessed. God was watching out over us that night, and it was about a 6-hour event. We catered it. We had an hour-long question and answer. Then we did 2 one-hour sets, and then we did a meet and greet. And we had approximately 60 contest winners from around the country who entered a contest and won. And we're there with probably about 40 close family and friends, and in the studio where we recorded the last record. And we turned it into an event, the full band playing acoustically, drums, bass, acoustic guitars, and turned it into a type of singer-songwriter thing. So we got to talk to the crowd before and after, and I talked to them during the show about the songs and what they meant. And it was a pretty spiritual experience for all of us.
Hey, I saw something cool. Tell everybody what's up with the NBC show Constantine and you guys.
On the 23rd of January, which is less than 2 weeks, on the 10th episode of Constantine, Lillian is going to be on that episode. And all I can tell you is watch it. It's on NBC Friday night, and we burn the place to the ground. So that's all I can say.
So that's Constantine on NBC, and that's January 23rd, man. You've definitely piqued my curiosity, and we want to see what Lillian is going to be doing on that show. So that's way cool, man. Hey, you guys did something cool in 2014. You released a box set, Convergence. When made you guys decide it was time now to release a box set? Because you got enough albums to do one for a while.
We wanted to do it, a lot of things kind of came full circle. I mean, this band has been around for many years, gone through lots of ups and downs. The one constant is the essence of the music and the fans. That's always there. The heart and soul of this band will never go away. And we just got to the point where, we always wanted to do it. We did it in a limited edition, but I think we're going to do it again soon. But the whole thing about Convergence was that I pictured myself, when people say, if you wanted to have a time capsule, and what would you put in it? And one of the things would have to be a complete packaging of everything I've ever done musically, anything I've ever done with Lillian Axe, so to speak. And it was just like, why is it so hard to get our records, some of the earliest stuff? Why don't we just make it available for all the people that maybe have tuned into us in the later part of our years, have never heard the earliest stuff and can't find it, or some of the earlier fans that don't even realize that we have put out 5, 6 albums this decade. So we just wanted to have it so that people could look at it and kind of go along on the journey with us from our first record all the way to the present and see the changes and grow with us. And appreciate this is not just a band that put a couple of records out or whatnot, but this is a legacy, so to speak. It's a history that we share with our fans, and it just seemed like it was the right time.
Now, I love lyrically all the stuff you guys do, and one of my favorite tunes that you guys do came from 2007, Waters Rising, which is the tune Waters Rising. I just love that song. Now, can I make a connection between you being from New Orleans and that? Is that about the hurricane?
You know what? It's a little scary, but I wrote that song prior to the hurricane. So it kind of makes me think that maybe I should write a song about the Powerball ticket, and maybe it'll come true, But no, it was written prior, and it really was not about weather changes or floods or whatnot. It just so happened that it fit perfectly. It is about, however, the pressure and being able to handle day-to-day building of emotional issues and stuff like that, and how in life, it always seems to be that, it's hard for people to sit back and have faith in God or trust or do not panic. I had a fortune cookie about 3 months ago, opened up, had some Chinese food, and said, do not panic. And I have said that to myself every day since then. It was like this religious experience. And, too many times in life we let the little things just build, and the pressure builds, and the next thing the dam breaks. And most of the time, these small things can be taken care of with a deep breath or just thought. Nothing is so horrible that it can't be fixed. And so with Waters Rising, it was trying to a lesson to myself, so to speak, to chill and to relax. Because if you don't have that inner peace, the world around you and the people around you can cause you to erupt.
So did that, a couple of years ago, I guess it was in 2013, you guys had a horrible experience with a really bad car wreck. Is that philosophy something that helped you get through that, or was it, how bad was that for the band?
It was bad. It was August 8th. We were on our way to Dallas to do a show, and we had a wreck. A driver fell asleep doing 70 on about an hour from Dallas, about 5 a.m., and we crashed into, fortunately we hit not another car head on, but we crashed into an electric, one of those big industrial road signs. And completely, the trailer was carrying tons of gear, broke off, fortunately, so we didn't flip, but the trailer did, and our gear and the trailer was split in half pretty much, and the gear was just destroyed. The vehicle was totaled. I was in the front right passenger seat, and Eric and the stage manager were in the back seat. Driver was in the front seat. 3 of us went to the hospital and have been dealing with it for a year and a half. And I've had surgery on my shoulder as a result of it, and recommendation for neck surgery. And I've been doing rehab for neck and back and shoulder for about a year now. And the other guys had some, not as serious, but pretty substantial issues with being jarred, neck and back stuff. But, it was, what it was a blessing, because when the EMTs got there, they thought we were all dead. That's how bad it looked. But it was a blessing, it was God's way of showing me that, I've got your back. No matter what happens, you're not finished here yet. I've got a 5-year-old, and there's no way I was going to leave him, on this planet by himself. And I just couldn't do it, man. And it totally just, I wouldn't say changed, but it reconfirmed, my faith. And it was a blessing. But yeah, we've been dealing with it, the ripple effect of that accident for over a year now, about a year and 4 months.
Well, it's great to see you back on the road, and that it didn't end up much worse than it could have been. This has been Steve Blaze with Lillian XP. Like, one thing, the big show is for us is January 17th. That's next weekend. It's down at Fishhead Cantina. There's some other great bands there. Life Denied, Liquid Lucky, and our good friends at Love and Vain and Push are going to be there. And really glad to see you coming back to the Baltimore area, Steve.
It's going to be a blast, man. Also, keep an eye out. I have a ghost hunting TV show that I host that is filming and editing right now that will probably come out in February or March on Pelican Broadcasting down here in the South, and it'll be live streaming. But we have a Facebook page called Through the Veil, which is the name of the show, and people can check it out on there. And we'll be letting everybody know when the show airs. So, we've got Lillian X Facebook page, and I have my Steve Blaze page, is Through the Veil. I invite everyone to stay in touch with us and watch Constantine on the 23rd. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey, man, I can't wait. That show sounds amazing, so we're going to be checking that out as well. So, Steve Blaze, thanks once again, my friend, for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, and I look forward to seeing you, bud. We'll hang out next week.